Right now, live at 5, Congress is struggling to agree on a coronavirus relief package that would extend unemployment benefits for millions of Americans.
Coming up tonight, a new career path for a former school teacher in Moose Lake.
And the Douglas County Humane Society is asking for your help after an influx of St. Bernard mixed puppies.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Thanks for joining us on this edition of CBS 3's Live at 5 as we take a live look at the Smalley Moen Memorial Car Show. Later on, CBS 3's John Cardinelli will join us live to discuss why the name of the car show has changed and who it honors. Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. As COVID-19 cases continue to climb, Minneapolis' mayor is ordering the city's bars to stop indoor service starting Saturday.
Mayor Jacob Frey made the announcement during a press conference about an hour ago. He said the emergency regulation will close indoor bar areas for regular service. He said it includes tap rooms, distilleries, and restaurants with an indoor bar area. He clarified that does not mean bars will close. Rather, they can't serve at their bar seating areas. But you can still order alcohol while sitting at a table or booth. The closure takes effect at 5 p.m. on Saturday. Frey said it will last until he lets the emergency order expire. This is a developing story. We will have more details as we learn more.
When it comes to what school will look like this fall, the stress of the unknown weighing on everyone. Students, parents, and of course, teachers.
Ahead of Minnesota Governor Tim Walz's big announcement tomorrow regarding schooling in the fall, one Northland teacher in Finlayson decided enough was enough.
CBS 3's Emma Quinn spoke to the now former East Central school teacher about the stresses the pandemic caused and explains why she's making a hobby her full-time job.
When Mary Lou Olson started teaching 6 years ago, she never thought she would make a career change.
I was going to be a teacher when I was in 10th grade and everyone knew it.
But the uncertainty COVID-19 brings, Olson has decided to stay home for the school year as finding childcare posed a problem.
Taught from home, but also our daycare closed, so then I taught with kids at home too. Super hard and cannot go forward into this next school year this way, especially with kids home.
Instead, she's taking the year to grow her business, a paper garden that started as a hobby several years ago.
2017, I started making paper flowers for friends, just doing random projects. A friend self-published a book, so I did flowers for her book cover, and then another friend asked me to do her wedding.
3 years later and more than 10 weddings later, she's ready to take the business to the next level.
It's a good opportunity for me to stay home then too, to make some income that I wouldn't otherwise get. So yeah, it's been really good to us so far.
Olson says she couldn't wait for Governor Walz's announcement on what schools will look like come the fall.
We just had to make that decision sooner.
Yeah.
You know, we can't wait until July 30th to figure out what we needed to do with our kids and our lives. And
come next year, she may return to the classroom, but for now, she'll focus on her business and spending time with her kids.
Olson says she will also be helping friends babysit their children, as she says it's been a challenge finding options.
Minnesota has shipped 1 million masks statewide with 3 million more to go. Governor Tim Walz toured a packaging plant this afternoon, highlighting the state's effort to distribute the masks. He says it's one of the key steps to keeping businesses opened and moving forward. Walz acknowledged it can be tough for some people to get masks. That's why they set a goal of sending 4 million to businesses across the state.
We're going to ask them to ask their customers and Minnesotans to wear a mask. We want to make sure that our goal is to make sure people have the mask to keep themselves and their neighbors safe. And when we go into a business, we don't want somebody to be turned away from a purchase because they don't have a mask.
The governor says the data shows if 90 to 95% of people comply with the mask mandate, it will drive down the number of COVID cases in the state, and we can continue opening more things up.
Time is running out for lawmakers to pass a new coronavirus relief package before unemployment benefits expire for millions of Americans. Skylar Henry has more details from the White House.
Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin joined President Trump as he left for Texas and said there is still a lot of negotiating to do with lawmakers on a new coronavirus relief package.
As of now, we're very far apart, and because of that, the president, as we have discussed, is short-term extensions of UI.
Millions of Americans are set to lose extended unemployment benefits this week if Congress doesn't act. But Republicans have yet to reach a consensus amongst themselves, much less with Democrats.
Two senior Republican senators have said that the Republican proposal would be lucky to get even half of the Republican conference to vote for it.
The president defended his administration's decision to include nearly $2 billion for a new FBI building as part of the bill.
We have that in the bill. It should stay.
President Trump also defended his decision to retweet a video promoting the drug hydroxychloroquine. The FDA has warned people against taking it for COVID-19. Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube have all deleted the video for making false claims about COVID, including saying there's a cure for the virus and that masks are unnecessary. The doctor in the video has spread other misinformation, like claiming DNA from aliens is used in medical treatments.
I was very impressed by her. Know nothing about her. I had never seen her before, but certainly you can put her up and let her have a voice.
A new CBS News poll shows President Trump's coronavirus response has not resonated with Americans. 64% of respondents say the U.S. efforts to handle the virus are going badly. 57% say the president specifically is doing a bad job.
The CBS News poll also showed only 19% of adults surveyed say they want to see schools fully reopen as normal.
Baseball is back in Minnesota, and tonight the Twins will be looking for a 2-game sweep over the St. Louis Cardinals. And joining us live is Neil Viersba. Neil, I have to imagine this is the first time you've been to a Twins game with no fans.
Absolutely, Kristen. You know, I've been plenty as a kid, plenty as working here at the station, and never have I ever seen anything like this. I swear all I can hear right now is the music playing and the crack of the bat and nothing else. Usually people pile in the concourses and you hear them congregating there, having conversations, but this is honestly a new experience and a new norm for now, hopefully. But as you mentioned, the Twins, they're looking for a 2-game sweep tonight against the team that was their matchup back on 1987, the World Series. A lot of baseball fanatics remember that one. But the Twins will be turning back the clock tonight. Some beautiful 1960s, 1970s throwback baby blue uniforms they'll be wearing tonight. First pitch is at 7:10, and the Twins will send out Rich Hill, a left-hander, 40 years old, making his Twins debut after he came over from the LA Dodgers in free agency. So once again, first pitch at 7:10. We'll have much more coming up tonight at 6 and 10. And with that, I'll send things back to you.
All right, yeah, Neil, you're one of the lucky ones. We wish we were there with you, but we look forward to those highlights later on tonight. Thanks, Neil.
And we'll go to the weather now. Dave, Neil certainly didn't draw the short straw with the weather for a baseball game tonight.
Yeah, open air and all by himself. Yeah. That's not a bad deal. Hopefully that helps fight the battle. Well, what a battle in the sky. High pressure taking over, sending all the clouds, or at least most of the clouds packing. We take this live look here up Highway 53 towards Ash Lake, and the clouds that are up there are the puffy, benevolent cumulus type. And with the high pressure in place, I think the picture is going to stay like this probably through Friday. Again, our next rain chance is going to come on Saturday, so the high has us for tonight, Thursday, and Friday. Saturday gets that low from the west, bringing us a chance for showers and thunderstorms. But our day planner for Thursday says it'll be just about as beautiful today, perhaps even a little more sunny, mostly sunny throughout the day. Low temps in the mid-50s to start the morning, high temps in the upper 70s to finish the day. It will get a little bit warmer on Friday thanks to a warm front, and we'll talk about if it's going to be oppressive or really rather pleasant coming up in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Still to come, learn why an Iron Range Mall is changing its name and why a local school board had a special meeting. City by City is up next.
And coming up at 6, prisons in Minnesota are making adjustments for dealing with inmates who have COVID-19. Coming up, how one facility is working to slow the spread.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS 3. Watch Jeopardy! at 4:30, followed by CBS 3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Invasive species are organisms that are non-native to an ecosystem. They outcompete native species and reduce the quality of our resources. We can all prevent the spread by following the simple clean, drain, and dry steps. Clean all watercraft, trailers, and outdoor equipment. Drain all water from boat live wells, motors, ballast tanks, and bilges. And lastly, thoroughly dry all equipment and gear. Do your part to preserve our amazing outdoor heritage for future generations.
Kindness makes a world of difference at Arrowhead Supply. Donate $50 or more to charity and save more than ever before on stressless seating. Save at least $300 on stressless recliners and office chairs. Plus save hundreds more with $200 off every sofa seat you buy. There's never been a better time to help others and fill your home with the unmatched comfort of stressless seating. Be kind and save generously at Arrowhead Supply.
You hate coming home to a dark house, and leaving lights on all night drives utility bills out of sight. You need the Bell & Howell Bionic Spotlight, the outdoor motion sensor light that turns on the instant motion is detected and turns off when the motion stops. Bionic Spotlight is solar powered, so there's no expensive wiring or batteries to change. The instant the motion sensor detects movement, Bionic Spotlight triggers 8 high-intensity LED lights that shower the entire area with light, and then shuts off 30 seconds after it stops. So you can spend hundreds of dollars on an outdoor lighting system, or you can get the motion-activated Bionic Spotlight for just $19.95 with free shipping. Bionic Spotlight is backed by our 5-year warranty. But wait, if you order right now, you can double the offer and get a second Bionic Spotlight. Just pay a separate fee. And when you call, ask about the contractor's discount on the complete 6-light home value set. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-354-3295 or go to BionicSpotlight.com. That's 1-800-354-3295 or order online at BionicSpotlight.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Charity Reynolds. I would like to remind you that COVID-19 is still around. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, and stay home as much as possible. Thank you.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a look out on Lake Superior from a very sunny Bayfield today. Dave is tracking the chance for some rain later in the week. He'll have all the details on what we can expect in a few minutes. But first, let's find out what's happening around the region.
From a special school board meeting to a possible delay to your commute, all that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. The Hibbing School Board held a special meeting on Monday. At this meeting, they accepted the resignation of Jordan Kachever. Kachever, a now former teacher at Lincoln Elementary, allegedly sent sexual materials to children over Snapchat and is facing 4 felonies. According to the Mesabi Tribune, after the meeting, Hibbing Superintendent Richard Aldrich explained they have been looking for a replacement for 14 days, and the posting will close on August 10th. Aldrich expects the position to be filled by the 19th of August. Kachever's next hearing is scheduled for 8:30 a.m. on August 27th. Meanwhile, in Virginia, the Thunderbird Mall will soon have a new name. According to the mall's owner, the new name of the mall will be Uptown Virginia. They say the word mall no longer reflects what is happening at the properties due to the changes they have made during the COVID-19 pandemic. Mall owners believe Uptown will invoke powerful revitalization in the small town area. If you're driving across the Blotnick Bridge tomorrow, you should expect some delays. The Minnesota Department of Transportation announced today the inside lane on the Minnesota-bound side of I-535 will be closed at 9 a.m. MnDOT says the work will be done by the end of the day. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland city by city.
Still to come on Live at 5, why a local car show changed its name.
Gorgeous day up towards Grand Portage and the rest of the region as well. Similar conditions will be with us for Thursday and Friday too. Next rain chance Saturday. We'll talk about it coming up after the break.
We invite you to visit the Good Garden Company in Billings Park in Superior and enjoy our healthy selection of perennials, trees, and shrubs. Enhance your special gardens with our unique selection of garden decor, pottery, statuary, and furniture. We'll help you make this a good garden summer.
You meet a lot of wonderful people.
My favorite thing is I get to work with great people, with a lot of different personalities, and I get to have a lot of fun with them.
Join our team of supportive and creative individuals. Visit trilliumservice.com or call today to set up an interview.
Hi, my name is Kennedy, and I'm into social work. I graduated from Duluth East High School, and it's really nice to know that you have a local, affordable 2-year school to go to, especially if you don't know what you want to do. It's a great place to start out. Go to Lake Superior College.
Mediacom's fiber-powered broadband network was built for the future, and it's in your community. Delivering gigabit speeds to every home and business we serve. We'll be one of the first in the nation to take you to 10G, making your community one of the fastest in the world. The foundation is in place, and Mediacom will be making way for brilliant possibilities, igniting economic development and lighting up communities nationwide.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS.
Northwest Outlet is open for business. Now save up to 40% off store-wide.
Join us Wednesday night as we go live from Target Field. We'll bring you all the coverage of the Twins Home Opener Series. It's all happening Wednesday at 5, 6, and 10 on live, local CBS 3. Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS 3 Live at 5 on live, local CBS 3. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, here's a live look at downtown Two Harbors, and thanks to the virus, traffic is a lot slower than it usually is this time of year, and the weather for tourists would be great if we could get out and about as freely as we used to. But taking a look at the scene here, we see that the streets are dry thanks to high pressure, and likely everybody's streets will stay dry until Saturday. That's our next rain chance. From now until then, high pressure's got a hold of us, so cloud development is going to be a pretty difficult thing. All right, let's talk about what's going on at the airport in Duluth with the current conditions. The here and now there says it's 76. Normal is 77. Relative humidity is 46%. North wind's going 8 miles per hour, and our air pressure has increased towards 1,015 millibars, or 29.96 inches of mercury. And again, that's because of a pair of highs covering now the eastern and northern parts of our nation. Current temperatures, well, we have lower 70s in the Upper Peninsula, 71, for example, towards Ironwood, 73 Ashland crossing the border into Wisconsin, upper 70s, 78 in Hayward, 78 also for Superior, 79 for our friends in Moose Lake and Willow River, 72 Silver Bay. A little bit cooler right by the Lake Grand Marais, 58 to 66 in that neck of the woods. 72 Ely, mid-70s towards Hibbing, Chisholm, and Buell. 76 right now, Grand Rapids, and for International Falls. Low temps tonight, likely 50s for most towns. Daytime highs tomorrow, very similar to these, running roughly 75 to 80 degrees. That's a trend we'll get through tomorrow, yes. Come Friday, though, we could push back into the lower 80s for a lot of places. Now to the Doppler, we see the higher pressure keeping the clouds at bay from the UP in through Wisconsin and towards northern Minnesota as well. But some clouds are trying to cross the border from South Dakota into southwestern Minnesota, and that's because of a low pressure system that's getting ready to make its move once these two high pressure systems let go of the region. And I do think they're going to hold on to us through Friday, but the warm front portion of this low will come our way, increase our temperatures towards 80 or so come Friday. And then once we get into Saturday, the main body of the low and its cold front bring us a 60% chance for rain, showers, and thunderstorms. Accumulations, though, still don't look to be that impressive this time around. And frankly, despite all the rain we've received here for much of July, we're still facing drought-like conditions. We can use more because the annual deficit's still running towards about 4 inches. Running to temperatures tonight in Minnesota, we see they'll be dropping into the 50s for most places, maybe 60 right by the lake. Partly cloudy sky up above. Wisconsin, Michigan, your low temps should run 54 to 56 degrees, and you get an easterly wind going 5 to 10, probably more northerly wind in Minnesota. Tomorrow in Wisconsin and upper Michigan, 75 to 80 degrees with a mostly sunny sky. Minnesota gets a mostly sunny sky as well with high temps, 75 to 80 inland and near 75 right by the lake. Now that mini warm spell coming our way means Friday could go towards 82, with a partly cloudy sky. Saturday gets the 60% shower and storm chance, but it goes away as early as Sunday. And then another big ridge of high pressure brings back a clear sky all the way through Wednesday, though temperatures may take another step back and for the most part be in the lower 70s for the week ahead, Tony.
If we could have this weather year-round, I would be a very content person. There's nothing to complain about in that forecast. Even though there's a chance for rain, we need rain. So, you know.
True.
Yeah.
I can hear where you're coming from, Tony, but I need a little bit of winter.
A little bit of winter. People like snowmobiling, all that sort of stuff. Thanks, Dave. The show must go on. That's what organizers for the Kyle Smalley Memorial Car Show decided after losing another one of their own this year.
CBS 3's John Cardinelli is live at the show, which is happening right now at the Buffalo House in Duluth. And John, it sounds like this event is paying tribute to two beloved men.
That's right, Kristen. The show here was originally named for Smalley, who died unexpectedly 5 years ago. But this year, the show bears with it a new name, Jerry Moen. He recently died after a 12-year battle with cancer. And the show this year is to honor both of the men. And that's why everyone is out here today. Now, I'm joined here now with Carmen Smalley. She's the daughter of Kyle Smalley. Thanks for joining us, Carmen. So my question for you is how does the show reflect both Kyle and Jerry and the men that they were?
Sure. This car show is the best way that we could honor those two guys. Not only were they huge parts of the local car community, they were longtime lovers of cars and racing, were involved with everything, and as well as people. And so just getting everybody together where everyone's welcome is the best way to honor them.
And what do you think both men would say if they were out here at the car show today?
Well, if they were here today, they'd be the ones running around planning this thing. So I think they'd be super proud that despite all the uncertainty that's going on, that we were still able to pull it off safely and responsibly, but still put this event on for the good of the people. So.
All right. Thank you very much, Carmen. And the event tonight here at the Buffalo House, it wraps up at 8 p.m. So it's not too late to come out if you'd like to. And coming up tonight at 10, we'll have more on the legacy of these two men.
Yeah, it looks and sounds like a good time honoring some really good people. Thanks, John.
More than 100 cars filed through Douglas County's free COVID-19 testing site in the first hour it was open today. They began testing at 2 this afternoon at the Superior Middle School and plan to go until 8 o'clock tonight or until they test 500 people. County spokespeople say they felt it was important to hold this testing after the recent increase in cases and two large events held in the county recently. That would be Bowfest and the Head of the Lakes Fair.
We don't have a lot of testing availability within Douglas County. Our health systems do have testing sites in Duluth, but that has been difficult for some people. And we just felt that it was an important time to try to make broad community testing more available.
There's another free testing event from 9 to 5 tomorrow at the Solon Springs Community Center. They plan to test another 500 people there. Wisconsin has been added to Chicago's quarantine order. Officials made that announcement on Tuesday. The order says that people who are traveling to Chicago from Wisconsin must quarantine for 2 weeks once they arrive. You're exempt from the order if you pass through Wisconsin for less than 24 hours or if you commute to Chicago for essential work. Officials update the list weekly based on increasing numbers of confirmed cases of the coronavirus. The order takes effect on Friday.
Still to come, why a local humane society has seen an influx of dogs at their facility.
To top the bargain shop.
When you want new furniture with styles that are nice, and we've made very special buys that are always the right price.
Now in all home furniture stores.
Got a big stop at the bargain shop.
We asked real customers what they really love about Spectrum Internet and TV.
Spectrum Internet has the fastest speeds for everything I do.
There is no turning wheel. It's immediate.
Spectrum's the fastest. Bam.
Get the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance with Spectrum Internet, delivering starting speeds of 100 megabits. That's more than enough for all your devices for $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
I can't get over how much on-demand Spectrum has. I can literally watch a new movie every night.
I got all my shows, and he's got all his shows.
With the Spectrum TV app, I can watch live TV anywhere. It's perfect.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on-demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go, all from $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
The fact that they don't have contracts, that says a lot about their service.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Install Spectrum services yourself. Get a self-installation kit shipped right to your home. Call 833-906-4499.
This thing is really dusty.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS.
Hi, I'm Dr. Charity Reynolds. I would like to remind you that COVID-19 is still around. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, and stay home as much as possible. Thank you.
Dude! You gonna pick that up? Because there's no poop fairy to do that for you. See? Take these. They're not just poop bags. They're pride bags. Because you're doing the right thing for your neighbors and for the health of the whole watershed. Gotta fly. There's a Chihuahua cranking one out in Leicester right now. There is no poop fairy.
Our Northland may not have the longest severe weather season, but it does come around every now and then. I'm hoping folks will keep an eye to the sky and on Channel 3 here this summer. If severe weather threatens, Austin Haskins, Caitlin Moffat, and I will keep our eyes glued to the radar. We'll break in if you need to hear about the latest storm developments. We'll work together to keep our region safe.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS 3.
When you want a great deal on mattresses,
Gotta make a stop at the bargain shop.
how about a twin mattress for $58 or a queen mattress for just $149?
Gotta make a stop at the bargain shop.
In all home furniture stores.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS.
The Humane Society of Douglas County is asking for your help after a recent influx of dogs. According to a Facebook post, the Humane Society is asking for donations to help provide medical care to dozens of Black Lab St. Bernard mixed pups. And they expect to see dozens more come soon. We have information on how to donate on our website. The dogs will be looking for their forever home after they're medically cleared. Humane Society leaders say a Douglas County resident brought the dogs in after his adult dogs had multiple litters all around the same time.
An invasive species has been found in an Itasca County lake. According to the Minnesota DNR, zebra mussels were located in Bowstring Lake, just northwest of Grand Rapids. County workers contacted the DNR after they found 2 adult zebra mussels attached to tires underwater. The DNR's invasive species specialist determined that at least one of the mussels had likely been in the lake for more than a year. You should contact the Minnesota DNR if you think you find zebra mussels or any other invasive species. You can find more information on our website.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, the U.S. surpasses 150,000 coronavirus deaths. Tonight, a look at where infections and death rates are rising. Plus, mysterious packages containing seeds from China show up in American mailboxes. Why the USDA warns don't plant them and don't throw them away. We'll explain. And we'll meet a Navy fighter pilot breaking down barriers from inside the cockpit. That's all tonight on the CBS Evening News.
CBS 3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
If you want to begin your college education close to home and at an affordable price, consider Mesabi Range College this fall. Mesabi Range College offers the first 2 years of a 4-year degree, or we have several career and technical programs, including evening and online programs that will get you into the workforce fast. Stay home, stay safe, and save money at Mesabi Range College. Fall semester begins on August 24th, 2020. Find us online at mesabirange.edu.
School buses talk safety protocols during COVID-19 this school year.
Temperatures were pretty close to normal today, but a mini warm-up could be coming our way by the weekend. We'll talk about it
tonight at 6 on CBS 3. Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS 3.
Show America what you're made of, all right? 12 hardworking Americans.
I can use my full potential.
Redefining what it means to be tough.
This old woman's pushing through.
When you don't feel respected, you feel like you are the weakest link.
Take your mind off the sadness and dig.
They will not give up. Sheer determination. This is why you're all here. Tough as nails. New episode tonight, 8/7 Central on CBS.
They're live, they're local. Watch the CBS 3 News with Kristen Baki and Anthony Matt tonight at 6, right after the CBS Evening News at 5:30.
For breaking stories that impact the Northland most, turn to CBS 3. Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on live local CBS 3 Duluth.
Hi, I'm Dr. Charity Reynolds. I would like to remind you that COVID-19 is still around. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, and stay home as much as possible. Thank you.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Mainstream is your wedding headquarters. Downtown Duluth.
Thanks for watching this edition of CBS 3's Live at 5. Here's a look over Lake Superior on this nice evening. Let's take a quick minute to recap our top story from 5 and find out what's coming up at 6.
The coronavirus pandemic has caused everyone stress across the Northland. However, for one Northland teacher, enough was enough. Mary Lou Olson used to be a school teacher, but due to uncertainties the pandemic has created with childcare, she decided to take a year off. During that time, she plans on building up her paper garden business again.
Meanwhile, food shelves all across Minnesota have been struggling to keep up with increased demand during the pandemic. Coming up at 6, learn how the uncertainty of extra unemployment benefits and the possibility of students going back to school will affect families struggling to keep food on the table. That's your news. Tonight at 5, the CBS Evening News is up next.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you again at 6 o'clock.